In medieval Scotland, there was a feast. It ended with 2 children beheaded in the dark. No trial, no mercy, just a black dinner, served cold. It's one of the darkest episodes in Scottish history, and it inspired one of television's most brutal scenes, the Red Wedding. But the real story is older, colder, and very real.
In 1437, Scotland was in chaos. The king had just been murdered. Power shifted like sand. Nobles formed alliances and broke them quickly. In the middle of it all, a boy, William Douglas, the 6th Earl of Douglas, only 16 years old, but already one of the most powerful lords of Scotland.
William had inherited everything: land, armies, influence. Too much, in fact, for the comfort of the crown. The regents feared he'd become a threat, especially the Chancellor of Scotland, Sir William Crichton.
Crichton invited the young Earl to Edinburgh Castle, along with his younger brother David. They were promised safety, hospitality, a feast in their honour. What they got was a trap.
The feast was lavish. Night, wine, music, laughter in the hall filled with nobles. But near the end of the meal, a single black bull's head was placed on the table. In Scotland, that was a death omen, a silent sentence.
The mood shifted instantly. Guards stepped forward. The Douglas brothers were seized, dragged outside, begging, screaming, and they were executed on Crichton's orders, without trial, without any chance to defend themselves.
They were just boys. One barely a teenager, the other not much older. But in the eyes of power, they were threats, and threats had to be removed.
The killing shocked the realm. Even in brutal medieval Scotland, this felt like a betrayal of sacred hospitality, a violation of honour, feasting under trust, then slaughtered before dessert.
It was political theatre, a message. The regents were willing to break any rule to protect the throne, even murder children, even dishonour their table.
The Douglases would never forget, nor forgive. In time, the family rose again stronger, angrier, and Scotland sank deeper into civil strife. But the story of the Black Dinner remained.
Your Grace. I feel I've been remiss in my duties. I've given you meat and wine and music, but I haven't shown you the hospitality you deserve. My king has married, and I owe my new queen a wedding gift.
In Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding shocked millions. But George R.R. Martin didn't invent it. He borrowed from Scotland's history. The false hospitality, the slaughter under trust, the silence before the violence. All of it from the Black Dinner.
This event survives not just in history books, but in collective trauma, in Scottish ballads, in stories passed down through generations. It's more than politics. It's a ghost story, one that warns. Never trust a warm meal from cold hands.
In Edinburgh Castle, the stones remember. The feast that ended in blood. The children who walked in smiling, and never walked out. This is Dark Histories, where some legends are just facts in disguise.